talk to Lando, see what I can find out. Besides, we'll soon be home.
And then you're as good as gone, aren't you?
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel on this rainy day. I was so excited when I got a request. It's my first request, I think. Anyway, it was to show how I create likenesses, and I really laid around, thought about this for a long time, racked my brain. How do you explain that? But I actually broke it down to like 10 steps, so I think it's going to work out. Anyway, I hope so. I also found a video that I recorded last year and totally forgot about, which was of me painting a Cloud City Princess Leia from Empire Strikes Back. And then I got to thinking, it's December, the last Star Wars is coming out, and it's also the last time we're going to see Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, like huge Star Wars fan, so there's going to be some tears. Feeling a little bit emotional right now. I have made 6 Princess Leia dolls. I'm pretty sure it's 6. I didn't count them for sure, but I'm pretty sure it could be more. Anyway, I'm going to try to explain how I capture a likeness in a doll. So here we go. The first step that I do is research. That's me getting on Google and looking for every conceivable picture I can find. I'm really looking for something that's like a front face, very minimal smile, very clear shot of the person, preferably in the age that they are for when I'm making the picture. Okay, well, we're just going to say it's Princess Leia. So I'm looking for her in that year or around that time when she was very young. And then I'm going to get pictures also from Cloud City scenes that will represent what her hair looked like, her makeup, her costume, all that business. So I'll do that first. That will be my first thing. And I make collages out of the pictures and print them out. So I've got something to look at while I'm working. I also keep binders that I have full of either characters or celebrities. The characters are going to be under Star Wars, Game of Thrones, that kind of thing. And then the celebrities are just, just celebrities, because I get different requests for different things and I keep them all alphabetically or in order, which took me years to finally do. Used to just be me going through a pile of pictures trying to find the right one. Not anymore. Not anymore. I've got my stuff together. Then the next step is going to be for me to find the right doll. In this case, I already know the doll I like for Princess Leia, which is the Mrs. Coulter from the Tonner. 16-inch Mrs. Coulter was the Golden Compass movie, and this was a Nicole Kidman doll. To me, her features best represent Princess Leia. Whatever doll you're looking for, that's what you're going to... this one I know, but a lot of times you'll have to get online and start looking at face sculpts of different dolls, depending on even the scale that you're working in. But once you get that, it'll really help you to get the likeness, because if the face already kind of has the right features, you're halfway home. The next step would be, and this would be step 3, would be to have the right hair. So if you can find a doll that has the right features and hair, oh my God, that is so great. But if not, you're either going to have to reroot her, dye her hair like I did with the Jean Smart doll, maybe wig her, something like that. Step 4, if you end up rerooting her, you can actually change the hairline that would better suit the character. And you can also just paint a hairline. I kind of do both. Step 5 is to order the costume or to plan your costume. It's always good to have that planned out. If you're not going to do a costume, you can just skip over this step. But a lot of times it takes time for a costume to be made. So if you can go ahead and get that order in, or at least order the fabrics or buy the fabrics that you need, and plan it all out, get all your pictures and research done for that as well. That is usually what I do next. This one I didn't have to because I didn't do the costume. Step 6 is where I'm getting into the actual working on the doll. So this is where I've already cleaned the face all up and sprayed it, and I'm going to do the contour and shading of the face. So what I'm looking for are the highlights and the hollows of Carrie Fisher's face as she appeared at that time. So since this doll is actually a Nicole Kidman doll, or that's what it was meant to be, she's not going to have the same facial features. I mean, they're similar, and that's why I've chose her. But if I can get those highlights and shadows in the right place, it really will lend to the look, the overall look. And then one of the little tricks that I do is I look at the nostrils. I know that sounds weird, but looking at the nostrils and getting those to painted in the right shape really makes a difference in the overall appearance. In this case, Carrie Fisher's nostrils are a little bit more flared than the doll, so I just add a little bit of darkness down there to give it more of a flared appearance. Step 7 is going to be me sketching out the features the best I can, and that would be to try to get the upper lip the right size, balance to the lower lip. This is just a basic sketch. The eyebrows, the size of her pupils, what did I say, pupils? I mean irises, obviously. How much white is around her irises, inside the eye. All of these little things really, really help. And once I get it all sketched out, that's when I can start kind of looking at the makeup. And her makeup palette is pretty neutral. And she's got that late 70s, early 80s sepia tone, you know, look of the makeup. So that's what I will be sticking to. Whatever I saw in the movie and the pictures, you know, I want to capture that. Her eyes are a deep brown color with maybe a little bit of a hazel reddish tone to them. And I want to see where the light hits her eyes in this particular, anything I can do that I can see from pictures to capture it on the face. That's what I'm going to do. Step 8 is sort of the final step, and that's when I might go back and like add a little bit more blush or color to the face. And that's also when I'm going to add freckles or moles or scars, whatever will lend to the realism of the final picture, the eyelashes, all that business. Step 9 would be for me to do the hair. And in this case, because I didn't have to do the hair, I did paint in the hairline. That was one of the last things that I did. And of course, her chest, shadows and everything like that. Step 10 is to dress her and take pictures. And it really helps when you're taking pictures to try to pose the doll in the way that she is in the pictures, so that it will lend even more to the realism. Seriously, if you're doing a doll and you get the costume and the hair right, and your face, it has the basic features, it's going to look like Carrie Fisher. You can get it there for sure. As you go on, you might not be looking for hyper realism. I'm always looking for realism. That's who I am. But you don't have to, as long as you get the mole in the right place, you get the right eye color, you get the eyebrows in the right place, and basic, you know, colors. I think you'll be doing great, and she'll come out wonderful. I hope my explanation helps. I'll get more in depth on my Patreon page if you're interested, and I'll link it below so you can find it. Also, I just want to say that I'm super excited. I've been teaching how to repaint since 2007, and I love how dolls are becoming a little bit more mainstream, so that's pretty awesome. And thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this kind of video so I'll know to make more like it, and also subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you have any questions or suggestions, please post it in the comments below, and thank you again so much. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye.